Good morning. My name is Jane Perkins. We have Lori with us this morning as our leader and a guest speaker, yes?
Yes.
Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Saco and Biddeford. We also want to welcome those joining us on YouTube and encourage you to have a candle or chalice to light when we light ours here in a few moments. Whoever you are, wherever you come from, whomever you love, we are glad you are here today. The theme for the month of May is interdependence. We invite you to carry that theme with you as you are here with us and into your daily life when you leave. We strive to be a green sanctuary. It gives roots and wings to our vision of a world where all people build toward a sustainable future and to make reverence, gratitude, and care for the living earth central to our lives. We want to acknowledge that our buildings sit on land of the Wabanaki Confederation. We invite you to take home the order of service for information and announcements, or you may leave it for recycling as you exit the sanctuary. Please silence your cell phones. There will be a social hour in the parish hall after the service, and we'd love to have you join us there.
Please join me in the words for lighting the chalice. This is our sacred promise, to gather together in peace, to seek truth in love, to serve human need, so that all shall grow in harmony with the divine. Good morning. For the beauty of the earth, this spinning blue-green ball, Gaia, mother of everything, we walk gently across your back to come together again in this place to remember how we can live, to remember who we are, to create how we will be. Gaia, our home, the lap in which we live, welcome us in this time and in this space as we come together this morning. Now please stand as you're able and join me in singing hymn number 175, We Celebrate the Web of Life. The service where we turn and greet our neighbors. Hello, neighbor. He doesn't turn me off and then I sing.
Oh. Is that your secret recording device?
Yes.
This is a brand new harmonica, so it might not be broken in, so I try to break it in, so it might sound a little, but here goes. We'll let God handle it, right?
Different way to turn this on I've not used before. This is the time in our service we invite you to share what's in your heart, whether it's a deep sorrow or some joy that has you dancing in your heart. We would love to hear who you are and share that joy with us. Light a candle if you choose to do so.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Patrick. My joy is that I was able to play this brand new harmonica that I got. And then the other joy is I had a tooth extraction done Monday, and it's healing well. So that's good. And, I think the gratitude is that we finally have sunlight. Thank you.
I think from the number of candles lit earlier in the service that there are joys and sorrows that people are holding in their hearts. And I light this candle for those joys and sorrows. And may we carry these things with us as we go forward into our week.
Let us be in the spirit of prayer. Gracious and holy source of all there is, descend upon us today as our hearts are filled with joys and concerns for folks who are sick or not here with us anymore, for the joys that come with the season of spring. Make our hearts glad, make our sorrows light, and let us constantly feel your presence. Amen. And please join me as you're able in singing hymn number 203.
The reading is more words from St. Francis of Assisi. Hear our humble prayer. O God, for our friends the animals, especially for animals who are suffering, for animals that are overworked, underfed, and cruelly treated, for all wistful creatures in captivity that beat their wings against bars, for any that are hunted or lost or deserted or frightened or hungry, for all that must be put to death. We entreat them all thy mercy and pity, and for those who deal with them, we ask a heart of compassion and gentle hands and kindly words. Make us, ourselves, to be friends to animals, and so to share the blessings of the merciful Creator.
So I forgot to write the new word in the worship assistance book, but the theme of the month is actually pluralism. And in a world where differences can divide us, we can find unity in the love we share with our pets. Whether we have a dog that is our constant companion, or a cat, or just appreciate the other kinds of pets that are in the world. These creatures remind us of the beauty and the diversity of life itself. Pets and animals are the one thing that most, if not all, people can love and agree about. Pets and animals in life right now, that society is not united. This month's theme is pluralism, and I feel like it's a great lens to think about animals and pets. Pluralism is the belief that multiple ways of living and believing is valuable and worthy, that there is not one right way to be, but many paths that lead to meaningful and fulfilling lives. We embrace pluralism as a fundamental aspect of our faith. We affirm that each other's journey is unique and the diversity enriches our shared human existence. So how do pets and pluralism go together? In a couple of ways. First, there are pets we are drawn to and ways that we care for them. Keeping in mind our many principles and values, we can and should consider our stewardship of the world as one that is connected to our stewardship of creatures other than ourselves. And that way, everything affects us. We can also easily understand the comfort and joy our pets bring us. We have named in a recent poll that we took as a congregation that homelessness is an issue that we are concerned about. That access to affordable housing is another thing that we care about. Obviously, these issues create the greatest amount of stress for people. Some people find relief through shelters and food pantries. But what about their pets? I'm aware that the greatest reason that people won't go into a shelter, whether it's a homeless shelter or a warming center, is that they cannot bring their pets. That can also be true about any kind of shelter they have to go into. How can we help people to keep their pets when that's the comfort that they need? So there are two things I want you to consider this morning. First, that despite our individual differences of politics or religion or anything else for that matter, there is a unifying love that binds us to our pets and to one another. It is a love that transcends species, boundaries, and brings people and animals together in shared moments of joy. It is a love that recognizes the inherent worth and dignity of every creature, human and non-human alike. That is one link between pets and pluralism. The second, that the comfort and joy that pets bring is a gift to everybody, especially those who struggle, and we can do more to ensure that those who can't care for their animals have support that they need so that their creatures and companions will be okay. It's not just about us, it's about all people uniting over pets and animals. So upon the suggestion of Melissa Warren, actually, we have invited Nadine Malloy here from No Bowl Empty to share about the great work that they are doing. We'll be sharing the plate this month. And I also just want to give a nod that this is also a way we are giving honor to Clarissa Frost, who was a great friend of animals. So this is kind of another way that we can honor her. So I'm going to invite Nadine, and I didn't even know that Rain was coming forward too.
Come on. Perfect. Good morning, everyone. My name is Nadine Malloy, and I'm the founder of No Bowl Empty Pet Food Pantry. On May 15th, it will be our 9th year running the pantry. I started the pantry back in 2015 when I had a cat rescue, and I had all kinds of people trying to surrender their pets. And rather than just surrender their pets, if you sat down and had a conversation with them, we found out that the reason was that they couldn't afford to feed their pets. They didn't want to leave their pets without food. They were skipping medication to feed their pets. There had to be a better way. There just had to be. And I decided if we could have a human food pantry, we could have a pet food pantry. So 6 cans of dog food and a 5-pound bag of dry dog food, the pantry was born. We now feed 2,184 pets a month. We serve Cumberland and York County. I do outreach into the homeless encampments. I'm doing a large pet wellness clinic for the Portland homeless encampment. We'll be doing vaccines, wellness checks, nail trims, spay and neuter for those that need it. That will be the end of this month. So, does anybody have any questions? I'd love to take questions. No? If you think about it, when we think about the pet food pantry and helping to feed pets, there are so many people that the pets are all they have in the world. It's their one connection to the life. And when we take that away, the people lose, the pets lose. Pets go into a depression when they're surrendered. It's a terrible thing to see if you've ever seen one. I've had plenty of cats surrendered, and they go into a depression. They stop eating, they stop drinking. The same thing people do. They need their people just like we need them. Pets aren't just pets, they're family. And family is forever, good and bad. So I do a lot of work with the Animal Rescue Volunteer Corps, traveling around the country doing large seizures of animals from cruelty situations. Rain actually came from a situation in Georgia where she was being beat all the time, and the police seized her. And she came to me. Yes. Pardon?
You offer help for spaying and neutering?
We can hook you up with organizations that offer the help for that. Our funds go strictly, but primarily into feeding. We do vaccine clinics a couple of times a year. Primarily we're feeding, and we feed everything from cats, dogs, gerbils, guinea pigs, fish, birds, reptiles. I've got a couple of bearded dragons. So nobody is turned away.
Do you offer any classes for training for the owners of the animals, how to appropriately take care of them and interact with others?
We do not offer training. I am a certified animal control officer. I used to work as an animal control officer. So I do work with people one-on-one if they need some assistance with that kind of stuff. I still do work looking for lost pets and taking care of that. But so what else can I tell you about the pantry? It is my passion. I work at it about 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. I lift and move thousands of pounds of dog food a day, but I love every minute of it because I know we make a difference. I know that we are helping people. We are not just pets, but people. About 2 years ago, I had someone call me. They went to visit their neighbor, and the neighbor wasn't expecting them. And when they got there, she was eating a can of cat food because she could not afford to feed herself and her cat. So we filled her refrigerator and her freezer and her cupboards with food for her, and I took over feeding her cat.
How big is your organization?
Well, it's primarily me, and I have about 30 volunteers that help me get it all done. 30, yeah. We do home deliveries for people who cannot get to us. Where are you going? For people who cannot get to us, the elderly and disabled that have a hard time getting to us, we home deliver to them every month.
Do you have a storefront?
My garage has been turned into the pet food pantry, so we do have a physical presence. And people do come to us once a month, and at that time they get a month's supply of dog food or pet food, treats. We offer toys, leashes, collars, bowls, beds, flea and tick preventative.
Is that all donation?
It's all donation, yeah. So everything is either donated to us or a purchase with donated funds. In the summertime, I do fundraising pretty much every weekend from May through October. Where are you going? So, we deliver to approximately 57 homes a month. 57. So, all over the state. So, we are in East Waterboro, but we serve York County and Cumberland County. Previously, we served Androscoggin and Oxford County as well, but I've actually turned those over to some human food pantries in those areas, and I supply them with the pet food. She has plenty to say.
I missed it because I was scratching the dog.
Oh, no, yes, she's more important, always.
So is there any way that we could get involved physically helping you out, or?
Some of the ways that people, places, organizations get involved is doing pet food drives, running pet food drives. We've had some do bottle drives or penny drives, bake sales. Actually, physically working at the pantry, it takes a lot of physical strength. You're moving 50-pound bags of dog food or 60-pound things of litter over and over. But the big things are food drives, donation drives, that kind of thing. It takes a lot of money to make the pantry happen. We don't get a lot of financial donations. Everything we get goes 100% back into the pantry. Nobody is paid a salary or compensated in any way.
So in addition to sharing our plate, we could also do 1 week where we're collecting pet food.
Sure, yeah, we would love that. We never say no to that. Never, right, Rain? Rain's she's getting her butt scratched. That's all she cares about.
What's the story about dressing her up in her
Rain does all my events with me. She goes to all my fundraising events. And Rain is a pit bull, officially a Staffordshire Terrier, but basically it's just a fancy way of saying pit bull. And pit bulls have such a terrible reputation that I use her as what I call an ambassador dog. So we dress her up and make her very non-threatening so people can get to know the breed and get to see the trueness in the breed. Can't judge a dog by a breed. If you really know the breed, you know that they're very gentle dogs. They're very loving dogs. Any dog can be vicious. When I was in ACO, I got bit by a Chihuahua and got 45 stitches. So it doesn't have to be a big dog to be vicious. So we just help to educate the public about the breed. And she loves to dress up. I make her tutus. And when I make a new tutu and I try it on her, she prances around the house like she's on a catwalk. She wants everybody to see. She has about 19 tutus. She has a hat or a crown to go with every tutu. She has a closet bigger than mine.
She's wearing a pearl necklace.
Also, you know that.
She has a pearl necklace. She has a rhinestone necklace. She has one that are different colored baubles. Yes, she's quite the fashionista. We go to schools. We went to a school Friday. She got to visit 10 classrooms of children from kindergarten to 5th grade and had the absolute best time of her life. She was in heaven. Children are her favorite people in the world. She likes children better than me.
Well, thank you so much for joining
Thank you.
us.
I appreciate you all asking me to come here. I love to talk about the pantry. It's my favorite subject. It's the only thing in my life, so I talk about it a lot.
Well, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Is she sitting on my lap?
Yeah, she's very comfortable sitting on your lap. She likes to sit on people
I know.
because she thinks she's a lap dog, but she's 80 pounds of muscle. Come on, baby. Come on. I know. I'm uncomfortable.
That's me. So with that wonderful story, it's now the time in our service where we share the gifts that we have to keep the church going and to share in the world. This month, as you know, we're sharing our plate with No Bowl Empty and Rain. And for those of you online, you can hit the PayPal button to donate, or you can mail checks to UUCSB, 60 School Street, Saco, Maine, 04072. This morning's offering will now be received. Please join me in the words for extinguishing our chalice. As we came from its faithful service today, we allow the spark in each of us to burn on, to warm our compassion, to fire our delight, to light our paths, today, tomorrow, and always. And remain standing and join me in singing hymn number 298. Please be seated. My friends, when you go from here, know that our hearts are always in this holy place, for we are always connected to one another. Know that deep down, our hearts beat in one universal rhythm, and may we find the sacred space to hear it at all times. We're a little out of sync this morning. Thank you for coming to our service. It's now concluded. Please remain seated for the postlude with Paul.